What's up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, The Hot Commodity, joined by my very own Hot Commodity as we jump in our time machine and go back to the year 2000, covering the Attitude Years Season 3. We have covered the end of 97 all the way through the year 98. That's Season 1. Season 2 is the year 99, and now it's 2000. We just covered Royal Rumble and the Raws were after the Rumble, and now we're on WWF SmackDown from January 27th, 2000, live in Baltimore, Maryland. A night with a lot of surprises and announcements and some decent stuff, and we're going to cover it all here. But let's kick it off with the WWF Tag Team Champion Mr. Ass taking on Al Snow.
Tag Team Champion of the World!
Mr. Ass. And Road Dogg is sick with the flu, so he's out. Al Snow tells Steve Blackman backstage that after he wins tonight, they will get a title shot on Raw. Al gives Steve Blackman bunny ears so they can be snow bunnies. And again, Al Snow just being stupid. It's really weird, though, how they just switched his gimmick. Like, just literally, he was just being a crazy asshole attacking Mankind in Rock, and now it's like he's being silly. So big change in his personality
Well, I
here.
think they were like trying to make him a heel, and it didn't really work. So they just kind of were like, go back.
Fuck it, let's go back. Yeah, that's what I think happens here. Mr. S backdrops Al Snow and lands a jackhammer. And then Steve Blackman comes out with a kendo stick with Mr. S, ends up hitting both Al Snow and Blackman with the kendo stick, leading into a DQ victory for Al Snow. So on Raw, the New Age Outlaws will defend the tag titles against Al Snow and Steve Blackman. How do you think Blackman and Snow are gonna do?
They're definitely.
You think they're gonna lose?
Yeah.
Why are you so sure they're gonna lose?
They're not going to be. No. They're not going to make Steve Blackman kind of sympathetic.
We've seen weird things. They had Braun Strowman, and I don't know.
You usually don't give me a hard time like this about my predictions, so maybe I'm wrong. Are Snow Bunnies going to be
the Snow Bunnies?
Going to be the tag team champion.
The Big Show is backstage and he goes to talk to WWF Champion Triple H and Stephanie McMahon-Helmsley. He has photographic proof of the Rock's feet touching the floor first.
It was very blurry.
Fuzzy, yes, and blurry. And Triple H tells the Big Show that he wants an actual eyewitness to declare that the Rock's feet touched the floor first. So this is just Triple H fucking with the Big Show, clearly. Yeah. He obviously knows that the Big Show wants a title shot, so he's going to milk it for what it's worth. Cactus Jack comes out. Cactus Jack says, I may be Cactus Jack, but I'm no idiot. I did not come out alone. He has the 2x4 with him. I want to talk about the Royal Rumble. In some ways, one of my greatest triumphs was tearing down the house at Madison Square Garden, but it was also a disappointment because I didn't take home the WWF title. We saw a side of Triple H that I did not know existed. You show the world you are a champion and the game. I proved all that matters is how you name the game. You made a lot of promises, but your blood spilled all over New York City. You look like you survived a trip through hell, and I had a pretty good time. Triple H tried to find the testicular fortitude to come to this ring right now and face me. And then Stephanie McMahon-Helmsley comes out instead of Triple H. Stephanie says, you are pathetic, aren't you? My husband beat you at your own game. We already proved that Triple H is the champion. And then Cactus says, you prove that he has no testicles. And then Stephanie McMahon-Helmsley slaps the shit out of Cactus Jack. And then Cactus Jack gets in her face and says, my instinct is to slap the taste out of your mouth. Slap me again and find out what happens. And then Stephanie leaves the ring. Cactus says, anytime Triple H is ready to finish what he started, I'm ready to. And then we see Cactus leave the arena. I almost thought for a minute Cactus was about to fuck up Stephanie there. What you think?
So I wish he would have.
Oh, yeah? Let him hit her.
I thought he was going to, maybe, put her in some type of holds and make Triple H come out or something. Yeah. That would have been smart.
Well, Stephanie, man, she has balls, more balls than Triple H, because I would not get in Cactus Jack's face. Not at all. Edge and Christian take on the Dudley Boyz next, and they send a message to the Hardy Boys and Tori, wishing them well and hoping that they watch the match tonight because they want to kick the Dudley Boyz ass. But Edge and Christian get the win after rolling up Devon. After the Dudleys hit at 3D to both Christian and Edge, and then Bubba Ray Dudley power bombs Christian onto Edge through a table. Again, the Dudley Boyz viciously hurting people and putting someone through a table. This time, 2 people. Edge and Christian, what are your thoughts? No remorse either from the Dudleys.
Yeah, I mean, this was like I said, like the last 2 weeks, like they're starting their whole tables thing. I mean, it's not like I kind of like when he does his little stare thing
Afterwards, yeah. Orgasmic, Jerry Lawler says. It is cool. This is corny. Viscera defeats Hardcore Holly after landing a Samoan drop. Afterwards, though, both Crash and Hardcore attack Viscera, which is weird because Crash was teaming with Viscera, but I guess the Holly cousins are more of a unit. Yeah. Next, this is interesting. Kane with Tori. Yeah, Viscera does suck. The Big Show is taking on Kane with Tori. If Kane wins, he gets X-Pac on Raw. During the match, DX come out and they attack Kane with help from Big Show. Triple H hits Kane in the head with a chair, and then Big Show chokeslams Kane. DX ties up Kane in the ropes, and X-Pac grabs the mic, and he says he wants to tell the X-Pac Tori Christmas story. The hotel room scene was the best, and that's where your girl seduced me. The way she looked at me while she undressed and got nude was awesome. As she walked over, she ripped off my clothes, kissed my lips, neck, and somewhere else, and it lasted till the break of dawn. As for you, Tori,
I think we met his penis.
Yeah. As for you, Tori, you can do anything you want. Tori looks confused, and then she goes over and makes out with X-Pac, and then X-Pac says the end. So you've been saying it for weeks. Tori finally reveals this. And I just wonder why she's falling for X-Pac. We don't know why right now. We just know that she's
crazy bit. And she's, she's like evil, so she's gonna be with DX.
Yeah, but why would you want to be with someone who like hit you in the face? You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like he treated her good. X-Pac, he was always mean.
Well, he didn't until he won that weekend with her.
Well, that one weekend changed everything, I guess.
He got a night in Tori.
Speaking of nights and changing things, D'Lo Brown and the Godfather are teaming up with Too Cool. The hoes start to get attracted to Too Cool, so the Godfather says, you know what? We're not going to fight. We're going to party tonight. And then Mae Young and Mark Henry come out, and Mark says, we have an announcement to make, and Mae Young says, I'm pregnant. So Mark Henry has impregnated Mae Young. Lucky man. Just wait till you see what happens.
I figured she stopped getting her period about 100 years ago, so it's very surprising.
Listen, man, ladies in their 80s are still doing it.
Ladies in their 80s.
There you go.
Making podcasts.
Ladies in their 80s still killing it.
That could be a good porno. Ladies in their 80s.
Yeah, Mae Young will be the star. Hardcore Champion Test defends it against Gangrel with Luna. These two fight in the backstage. They fight outside in the snow. At one point, Test power bombs Luna in a snow truck. And then he being Test, slams Gangrel onto a piano. Luna accidentally hits Gangrel with a shovel, which then leads to Test power bombing Luna on top of the piano.
They use some bad fake
equipment.
Yeah. The shovel, like, blew apart in her hand before she hit him. The 2x4 broke apart like nothing.
Well, I'm not worried about Luna being fucking
power bombed
onto a piano. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that looked like it hurt. The truck part was like snow.
And the snow. But Tess gets the win after landing a flying elbow drop. So far, this is a fun hardcore match. I thought this is a good one. Next, Tazz defeats the Mean Street Posse in a handicap match after applying a Tazz mission to Pete Gas. After Kurt Angle runs out and attacks Tazz from behind, Angle lands an Olympic slam and then applies a chicken or a crossface chicken wing to Tazz, and Tazz.
Bob Backlund.
Yeah. So what'd you think of Kurt Angle getting his revenge on Tazz here tonight? I think he's in trouble on Raw.
Yeah, I think it's going to be definitely the start of a big rival.
True. Next up, Intercontinental Champion Chris Jericho defends against
But
Crash.
and that's for using that evil.
Well, oh wow. Intercontinental Champion Chris Jericho defends against Crash with Hardcore Holly. During this match, Chyna comes out. Hardcore hits Jericho with the title. Jericho kicks out. Chyna then DTs Hardcore Holly on the floor while Jericho applies the walls of Jericho to Crash. Jericho retains the title. I like this duo of Chyna and Jericho working together.
Yeah, I do too, and I really don't like Hardcore Holly like manning Chyna all the time.
Being a dick lately.
He really is.
We have our main event here, Rikishi taking on The Rock. This match is really for no reason as the Big Show comes out and choke slams The Rock. Triple H pedigrees Rikishi. Too cool run out to make the save, but they also get destroyed by Triple H and DX and the Big Show. So do you think this alliance of Big Show and Triple H is going to continue to go forward, or do you think
Big Show just wants a final shot? That's the only, and Triple H is the man in charge, right? So it's not like they hate each other. I mean, they just have a common enemy.
Well, we'll see what happens here. We have a good episode of Raw's War coming up next.
Big Show to
No. A good debut happens this next week on Raw, so I'm excited for that.
What?
Debut.
For new wrestler?
You'll see. January 31st, 2000. Then we are a couple weeks away from No Way Out, live in Hartford, Connecticut. Yeah, nothing. Mae Young's pregnant. Fucking Tori is hooking up with Kane. I'm sorry, with X-Pac. Cactus Jack wants Triple H. The Big Show wants to prove that he eliminated The Rock. A lot of good storylines here in 2000 right now. But with that, we've covered all of SmackDown. Decent episode, few surprises. But with that, we'll be back shortly with our Raw's War recap, followed by SmackDown until we get to No Way Out. We're also on the road to WrestleMania 2000. That's fun.
I was just thinking, I hope Mae Young was taking her prenatal wedding.
Yeah, man. May, do you think she should have a boy or a girl?
I think it'll be like a big black baby with Mae Young's face.
Oh, beautiful. That's an interesting duo. Well, thank you for tuning in. Until next time, stay safe and stay uncensored.